be home, actually. I'm home. It's Miami. I get to say that when I'm speaking here because we travel so much. We speak in so many different cities. We literally just did a tour out of the Midwest where my wife and I, Ashley, we just went to Minneapolis and then Duluth again the same evening, did 2 presentations, and then we did one in Ann Arbor and then Cleveland and then Cincinnati last night, and then Miami tonight. So it's been amazing. Easily been in front of 1,500 people total in the last 6 or 7 days. So it gives you an idea as to what's happening, not just down here, but across the country. In fact, in Duluth, Minnesota, they put me in front of 380 people. In Duluth, Minnesota, I didn't even know there was 380 people in Duluth, Minnesota, let alone ones that would come out in negative to 17-degree weather, right? So it's been an amazing journey. Quick background, I'm originally from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I have a very very blue-collar, middle-class upbringing. All 4 of my grandparents worked for the exact same factory. They put in 120 years there. It had a trickle-down effect. Uncles, dads, brothers, cousins, they all went to work there. So, I didn't know what I wanted to be when I grew up, but I knew what I didn't want to be, and I knew I didn't want to be working at that same factory, right? So I had a dream that I wanted to be quote-unquote rich one day. Like that was as a kid, I want to be rich. Any of you guys, when you were a kid, did you have a dream of being rich one day when you were a kid? Yes. The rest of you guys had a dream of being poor one day when you were a kid? We all had a dream of being, successful one day. The sad part is, it's not taught anywhere, unless you're raised in a wealthy family, right? If you're raised in a wealthy family, it's taught at your dinner table. But there's no course that's called Wealth 101. If there was, we all would have went to that class. So we watch TV and we say, okay, well, here's our options. We can be an actor, we can be a singer, or a musician. We can be a rapper, we can do something illegal, or we can be a pro athlete. Those are the 5 options. Can't sing, can't play an instrument or act, can't rhyme, not a good liar, so illegal is out. So that left sports, right? So for me, it was like sports was going to be the thing. I went on and played college baseball. I had a full-ride baseball scholarship to a local junior college, and that was going to be the ticket, right? But fortunately, I was introduced to the #1 way that people become financially successful throughout the world that's just not taught in school. It's called entrepreneurship. And for me, it was bittersweet. I was 18 years old. I just got done with 14,000 hours of kindergarten through 12th grade. And that wasn't counting the bonus hours, for those of you guys who, anyone else have the bonus hours, right? Like, so all the really good kids were like, what are bonus hours? So, 14,000 hours of school, and you'd think once the word entrepreneurship would be said. But it wasn't, not even once. And you can't blame the teachers. They're just taught, the curriculum they're supposed to teach, or they're told the curriculum they're supposed to teach. It's not their fault. You can't make $45,000 a year and teach people how to make $45,000 a month. In order to teach someone how to make $45,000 a month, you have to have done it, right? So when I found entrepreneurship, I fell in love. I got started in this industry. By the time I was 22, I was making $25,000+ a month. It was a long but short 4 years. Meaning I worked my butt off for 4 years. I worked nonstop around the clock for 4 years. But by the time that 4 years was up, my friends were going to graduate and make as much in a year on average as I was making in a month because I became an entrepreneur. So, I'd moved from Michigan to California. I developed this strange allergy that all of you I can see have as well. I became allergic to snow. Anybody know what I'm talking about? I moved to California, and I remember living in Huntington Beach, California, and I would wake up purposely. I lived literally from here to the wall from the water. And I would wake up every morning, Monday through Friday, specifically Monday through Friday, and I'd walk down to the water, and I'd touch my toes in the water, and I'd say, today I beat the system, Monday, at like 8:30 in the morning. And I'd come back on Tuesday, 9 a.m. Today I beat the system, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, right? How many guys wouldn't mind waking up, touching toes in the water, saying, today I beat the system, Monday through Friday? Right? So you can literally look to the left, and you can see Newport Beach, and look to the right, see all the way up to Santa Monica, and there was nobody for miles. Where was everybody at? 8, 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Where were they all at?
Work.
Work, right? It was just me, a couple homeless guys, and we were high-fiving. So we were excited about that, actually. And everyone at that point in my life who didn't know me automatically assumed I was one of two things. Like, all right, he makes a lot of money, he drives nice cars, he doesn't seem to work, he's at the beach all the time, he's really young. He's either a rich kid, because there's a lot of rich kids in Orange County, California, and we all established that I wasn't a rich kid. And if they didn't think I was a rich kid, they all automatically assumed that I must have been a what? I know as a supermodel. there's one guy in the back that's like. The reality was that they did actually assume that I was a drug dealer, not a supermodel. And initially, when I was 22, I would be bothered by the fact that everyone had an assumption that I was either given or done wrongly. And then I realized that they didn't have a problem with me. They had a problem with what they were taught since they were this tall. Because what they were taught since they were this tall is that type of success at that age is either given to them or done illegally, because it's just not what? Starts with a P.
Possible.
Possible. So it's not possible. It's not possible. It's not possible. And I guess in a way they are correct, because it is not possible in what they're doing. I wasn't doing what they were doing. I was an entrepreneur. And as an entrepreneur, it is possible. They were not entrepreneurs. Therefore, not possible. What tonight is about is simply a possibility. That's it. It's not about a guarantee. It's about a possibility. Now, if you want to get on the challenge, that is actually about a guarantee. We guarantee the challenge. Use it for 30 days. If you don't like it, send your kit back. We'll give you your money back. But I'm here tonight to talk to you guys from the perspective of an entrepreneur, if you want to promote the challenge. It's not about a guarantee. It's about a possibility. The great thing about that is many of you, and I know this because you're here tonight, are looking for a possibility. You have a burning desire inside of you, a passion, a fire that says, I just need something to be let loose on so I can have great, great, great results in my life. Let me loose on something, right? Where is it? Let me loose on, right? And I can see who those people are. Now, there are some of you who don't have that look in your eyes because, your wife, your husband, your friend dragged you down here against your will, and I sympathize with you. I can tell because you're giving me the angry face all the time. Like. But just so I can check in, how many of you have that burning desire inside that I was talking about, right? There's a lot of you. There's a lot of you that have that in you, and you're just looking for the right system. Many of you work hard, right? You're hard workers. And sadly, it's not enough, right? Raise your hand if you work hard, in what you do, right? The rest of you guys worked so hard today, you couldn't get your arm up. I got it. Working hard is simply not enough. I'll give you guys an example. You could run east for the rest of your life. Thank you. As hard as you can, as fast as you can, non-stop, 24/7, you can run east. But you still will never in your lifetime see a sunset. The reason why is no matter how hard you work, the sun sets where?
On the west.
So your system's broken. Your strategy's broken. Your plan is broken. The sun does not set in the east, the sun sets in the west. And many of you are working hard, running the wrong direction. And that may be as, a traditional employee in a scenario. It may be as a self-employed individual, and there's not enough hours in a day, right? Guys, if you're self-employed, you can never have time and financial freedom. If you're self-employed, that means you're the only one that contributes to your paycheck. If you take the day off, your paycheck takes the day off. If you get sick, your paycheck gets sick. If you go on vacation, what happens to your paycheck?
Goes on
vacation, right? So some of you might be entrepreneurs, but you may be in the wrong industry. Hey, there's no trophy for being the last one left in the mortgage industry. It's like I'm going to stick it out. I wouldn't play that game. I would find something that's working now, right? The ever-evolving and changing world, there's something that's available now that you can succeed in. And what I'm excited about for all of you is this is not just a system or a plan or a strategy. This is the #1 system the #1 plan and the #1 strategy if you're looking for a sunset. And I don't say that from a matter of opinion anymore, or a matter of hope, or a matter of foreshadowing. I say that from a matter of statistics. Numbers don't lie, people do. Documentation beats conversation all day long, and we are the #1 fastest growing company in North America in our industry, period, end of story. There's many of you in the room today that are business people, that are, statistics and analytic people, and I want to feed you as well. Because some of you guys are like, well, I don't care about these people shouting and clapping and these stories, all of the facts. Well, let's talk about the facts for a second, right? Let's talk some data. We are the #1 weight loss challenge in the world today. 10 million pounds lost in less than 24 months. We have served over 80 million shakes in the last 2 years. This is 80 million times someone has chosen a healthy alternative to a cardiac arrest in a box between 2 pieces of bread, or Taco Bell, or KFC, or fast food anything, whatever it may be, Arby's, or Long John Silver's, or Pizza Hut, or whatever. 80 million times somebody has chosen a healthy alternative to that in the last 2 years. Give it up for that, because it's a really cool.
Woo-hoo!
80,000. I think we'll be to 90, 95 by the end of this month, because we're already at 75,000 with a week to go. Over 80,000 people a month are joining the Body by Vi Challenge all throughout Canada and the U.S. That's 1 million people over the next 12 months. It probably will only take us, in my opinion, 8 or 9 months for a brand new 1 million people to join the challenge. There's nothing like it in the world where 1 million new people will become a part of doing something about their body.